you ever felt like the more you try, the more you put into a relationship, the further it seems to slip away? Maybe you've had that moment where you thought, if I love more, spend more time, everything will become closer, more secure. Yet, paradoxically, sometimes the opposite is the key. The more you give, the more present you are every moment, the less captivating you become. Sounds strange? We're conditioned to think that love requires constant effort, constant nurturing. But the truth might surprise you. Sometimes, for someone to genuinely feel your presence and value it, the most powerful thing you can do is step back just a little. Not to play games, not to act cold, but to create space for yourself and for your partner. Think about it. When we read a thrilling book or watch an intense movie, what makes them captivating? It's the pauses, the moments of suspense, the brief stillness where we wonder, what's going to happen next? Attraction in relationships can work in a similar way. In today's video, we'll dive into how creating space can not only captivate your partner, but also build a deeper connection. Space isn't the enemy of love. Sometimes it's its greatest ally. We'll explore what the Stoics, an ancient school of thought full of practical wisdom, teach us about the power of patience, self-control, and the art of stepping back. How you create this space not only lets your partner feel your value, but also gives you time to become the best version of yourself. So, why is pulling back so powerful? And why did ancient Stoic philosophers encourage this approach? Let's find out. The psychological power of distance in relationships. Creating distance isn't about pretending to be uninterested or distant. It's about mastering the art of being attractive from within, without the need to constantly be around. Imagine this. If you're always the one texting first, calling, or planning dates, your partner may start to see that as the norm. Instead, try some simple shifts, like spending time on your own hobbies, or not always initiating the conversation. Give her a chance to take the initiative. It'll naturally let her feel her role in the relationship. Creating distance can spark curiosity in your partner. She might wonder, what's he doing? What's keeping him busy? And this curiosity adds excitement, making you feel irreplaceable. This is different from pretending to be mysterious or playing mind games. You're not toying with emotions. You're letting your own value be felt from afar. Stoics believe that real happiness comes from inner stability. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Love everyone, but let no one become the sole center of your life." Ask yourself, am I building my happiness on someone else? When you become independent and self-sufficient, you'll find yourself more attractive and stronger. Distance shouldn't make you anxious. It's a chance for your partner to recognize your value. Think of times you've been away from family or loved ones. In those moments, we realize just how much they mean to us. It's the same in love. When there's a bit of distance, she has the chance to truly appreciate you, to see you as something precious, not something ever-present. The Stoics placed great value on patience and self-control. Life isn't just about constantly seeking comfort or satisfaction from outside. It's an internal journey of growth. When you take time to grow and live a fulfilling life, you don't just become more attractive, but you show her you're an independent, strong person. This creates a natural attraction without effort. In the end, real strength in a relationship doesn't come from always being there. It's about knowing when to be close and when to step back. You don't need to prove your presence to make the relationship strong. True strength comes from confidence, self-control, and respecting each other's space, making the relationship worth cherishing and lasting. Why women value independence. One of the most attractive qualities in any relationship is independence. Especially for women, a man's independence often brings a powerful allure. Independence doesn't mean being detached or distant. It means having a full life, a sense of self, and personal passions. This shows that you can take care of yourself, have clear goals, and aren't solely dependent on a relationship. The truth is, when you're not entirely dependent on the relationship for happiness, you radiate a natural, energetic attraction. You become a man she not only loves, but admires. Confidence and inner stability from an independent life are like a bright light. It doesn't need to be flashy, but it draws people in. That's why many women genuinely value a man who's self-sufficient and doesn't rely on anyone else's affection or presence to feel complete. In Stoic philosophy, they emphasize that inner peace must come from within. Marcus Aurelius once said, "No one can take your peace unless you give it away." This idea applies not only to personal life, but also to relationships. If you can maintain inner stability and happiness, not letting the relationship or anything external determine your emotions, you build a strong foundation that no storm can shake. This is a powerful energy that makes you reliable and attractive. Picture a man with his own passions, goals, and ambitions. He still dedicates time to the relationship, but he doesn't let it dictate his whole life. When you have your own life, it doesn't drive her away. Instead, it sparks her curiosity. He has such a rich life. I want to know more about his world. This curiosity fuels the relationship because she doesn't just see you as the man she loves, but as someone she can learn from and respect. Remember, independence doesn't mean isolation. You don't have to vanish. Just maintain your life alongside the relationship. When you make time for personal interests, work, and goals, you're investing in yourself and creating the best version of yourself to contribute to the relationship. Independence means owning your life without needing validation or support from anyone, and this creates a unique energy that draws others in without effort. From a practical perspective, an independent man feels more confident, calmer in facing challenges, and doesn't easily sway with external factors. This doesn't just make him appealing, but brings a sense of security to the woman beside him. In a relationship, everyone wants a partner who is solid and self-assured. A man who's independent, who knows how to care for himself, stands strong on his own, becomes a stable foundation for others. Furthermore, in Stoicism, happiness isn't something found in someone else. It lies within each of us. When you're truly confident and happy within yourself, not relying on someone else to feel complete, you've created an irreplaceable value. To women, this is incredibly attractive because they see you as someone who isn't just existing for them. You have your own life, passions, and goals, and that steadiness makes you special. Independence also brings another meaning. It means you're not afraid of losing the relationship. This doesn't mean you don't love her, but that you love and respect yourself enough not to compromise your core values just to hold on to someone. And when you maintain independence, you set an example for her to love and respect herself too. Women are naturally drawn to men who are strong and can stand on their own. Your independence inspires her to see that this relationship isn't just a bond, but a connection between two mature individuals with rich lives willing to share, support each other. Finally, independence doesn't mean giving up love or care, but finding a balance where you can love while keeping your own identity strong. When you reach this balance, you create a naturally attractive energy that builds the relationship on a healthier, more sustainable foundation. The line between healthy distance and playing mind games. In a relationship, creating healthy distance and playing mind games are two very different things. Healthy distance isn't about suddenly disappearing or not replying for no reason. It's a thoughtful action that gives both partners time to appreciate each other and build mutual respect. Playing mind games, on the other hand, often aims to manipulate the other person, stirring worry to keep them around. This isn't just dishonest, it also erodes trust over time. A great example of healthy distance is occasionally letting them take their lead in initiating texts or planning a date. This isn't to test her interest, but to give both of you the opportunity to contribute so that she feels her role in the relationship is meaningful. This natural approach creates a healthy, balanced connection and avoids making you the constant driver of the relationship, which can eventually make things feel less special. Stoic philosophy teaches that our actions should come from sincerity and self-mastery, not from a desire to control or manipulate others. In relationships, creating space is a sign of respect, giving her the freedom to reflect on her feelings and recognize your value. This distance isn't meant to make her anxious, but to allow room for growth for both of you. By resisting the urge to control everything, you give her the freedom and security to feel more at ease when she's with you. The clearest difference between healthy distance and mind games is your motivation. Healthy distance comes from wanting the relationship to thrive sustainably, while mind games stem from fear and a desire for control. If you truly respect and care for someone, you want them to feel comfortable around you, not anxious or tense. And that comfort, in turn, deepens the relationship. Finally, balance is key. The space you create should serve as a bridge to strengthen the relationship, not as a tool to control or pressure her. When both of you feel respected and free, the relationship naturally grows stronger and more resilient. Commitment and attraction. Why committing too soon can dim the flame. Committing too soon in a relationship can reduce the natural attraction between two people. When you immediately pour all your attention and commitment into the other person, you unintentionally make your presence predictable and readily available. This doesn't just erase mystery, it can also make the relationship feel shallow. Imagine if something was always within arm's reach, with nothing changing or surprising. Gradually, the excitement fades. That's why a little distance, a little independence, helps not only maintain, but build attraction. Independence and self-assurance don't push you apart, but instead, they enhance your value in her eyes. By sustaining your own life, goals, and personal interests, you show that you're a confident, multidimensional person. These qualities naturally draw others in, because you're not just a partner, but someone interesting to explore and discover. The Stoics also provide similar wisdom about attachment. They remind us that attachment doesn't mean losing ourselves or becoming fully dependent on someone else. Commitment isn't about cutting everything else out of your life for love. It's about finding balance, living fully in the relationship without forgetting your own growth. When you're constantly improving yourself, living your own goals and passions, you're not only the ideal partner, but a source of inspiration and motivation for your partner too. Another essential part of commitment is timing. When you commit too early, you may be acting out of fear, the fear of losing her. But when you commit at the right time, without rushing, you show that you love her, not out of necessity, but because you truly value the relationship. This creates a stronger foundation, helping the relationship grow naturally and last longer. And remember, commitment doesn't have to mean always being by her side or doing everything for her. Real commitment is about striving to be the best version of yourself, not just as her partner, but as someone she can look to for support and inspiration. When you balance independence with commitment, you create a natural attraction, a pull that comes from your own inner worth, not from constantly trying to please her. In the end, remember that in love, a little independence and a little space aren't signs of a lack of commitment. They're signs of a mature and lasting relationship. When you know how to naturally nurture the spark and attraction in the relationship, you'll see that this love isn't just beautiful, but also deep and resilient, strong enough to endure life's challenges. How to create mystery without playing mind games. Creating mystery in a relationship doesn't mean hiding your feelings or holding back intentionally. True mystery is about the richness within you. It's built when you have a fulfilling, passionate life of your own and don't rely solely on the relationship for joy and meaning. Mystery comes from pursuing your goals and dreams without constantly trying to prove your worth. This creates a natural pull, a wordless attraction when she sees that you're not seeking validation or completion from anyone but yourself. Stoic philosophy encourages us to find happiness and peace within, rather than depending on others to feel whole. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If you find peace within, you won't be disturbed by external things." When you build your own life filled with passion, goals, and purpose, you're not only a fascinating partner, but a self-possessed individual who intrigues others. Think about it. When you have your own passions, interests, and goals, every day you draw from a source of energy and joy that's all yours. You become attractive not because you're trying to be, but because you're truly living with meaning and fullness. This inspires her, sparking respect and admiration. When you invest time in your own hobbies, career, and passions, you show her that you're not just part of the relationship, but a whole, independent person. Another way to create mystery without mind games is to avoid sharing everything about yourself immediately. Let her discover you bit by bit so she can gradually see you as someone complex and multi-layered. This doesn't mean hiding things, but simply holding on to a part of yourself, a personal space that only you fully understand. This builds natural attraction because you're respecting both your personal space and hers, not pushing to share everything right away. True mystery comes from your ability to keep part of yourself, while not constantly seeking validation or approval from others. You become someone she wants to get to know and be around. This is a unique kind of attraction, one that doesn't rely on mind games or insincerity. The key is that mystery must come from genuine, natural depth, not as a tool to manipulate. When you purposely play hot and cold or stay vague, it often makes your partner uncomfortable and insecure. But when you create mystery by living out your own goals and ideals, it brings comfort and intrigue instead. She'll see that whether she's with you or not, you remain grounded, moving toward your own values. That creates a powerful draw without effort. Finally, remember that creating mystery isn't about distancing or making things difficult. It's a way to keep the relationship interesting, dynamic, and balanced between love and individual life. When you have a rich, fulfilling life, you're not only building a strong foundation for yourself, but bringing a sense of freedom and resilience to the relationship. Mystery isn't about secrecy, but about keeping yourself fresh, independent, and interesting, allowing the relationship to remain vibrant and endlessly discoverable. The Stoic wisdom of restraint and timing. In Stoic philosophy, restraint and timing are key elements that help us face life's challenges, and they also offer powerful insights for relationships. Stoics believe that rather than letting our emotions take over and reacting instantly, we should practice restraint and think things through before we act. Choosing silence and waiting for the right moment doesn't just help us stay in control. It also reflects strength and stability. This creates a unique depth in relationships, building a sense of trust and security for your partner. When you show restraint and don't rush to react, you show that you're not easily swayed by emotions or acting on impulse. For example, in a disagreement, Instead of reacting instantly out of frustration, you could choose to be silent, think carefully, and respond once you're ready. This approach helps avoid misunderstandings or hurtful words and shows your partner that you value the relationship enough to prioritize patience and calm. This restraint benefits not only the relationship, but also you personally. It gives you time to reflect and truly understand the issue, rather than getting swept up in momentary emotions. In every relationship, there will be moments that challenge or test us. But if you always react right away, you may never gain the full perspective and could unintentionally create unnecessary friction. When you choose to hold back, you keep your sense of control, helping the relationship grow in mutual respect. The Stoics remind us that patience is a path to inner freedom. Being patient doesn't mean ignoring your emotions, but choosing to handle them wisely. When you don't rush to react, you're respecting both your own time and the time of your partner, allowing thoughts and emotions to develop naturally. This not only keeps you steady, but also provides a sense of safety for your partner. They'll feel that with you, they don't need to worry about sudden, intense reactions, but can trust in your calm, steady approach. Silence and restraint can also create a unique form of attraction. When you don't express every feeling immediately, you add a layer of mystery, giving your partner time to think about you and their feelings for you. They'll feel respected and have room to reflect on the relationship. What's more, this quietness isn't indifference. It's a sign of inner confidence and strength that shows you aren't easily shaken by temporary feelings. Timing, too, is crucial in Stoic philosophy. Not everything needs to be solved immediately. Sometimes, waiting for the right moment to discuss or express feelings is much more effective than trying to resolve things in the heat of the moment. For instance, if your partner is stressed or busy, you might choose to hold back your feelings and bring them up when the time is better suited for a calm conversation. This approach not only gives you control over the situation, but also fosters harmony and balance in the relationship. In short, practicing restraint and choosing the right moment to act doesn't just help you maintain self-control. It also shows your partner respect and deep care. When you have the patience to wait, to be thoughtful, and to avoid being ruled by temporary emotions, you're building a strong foundation for the relationship. This is the real power of Stoicism: steadfastness, self-control, and tranquility, helping you handle every challenge in love and in life with wisdom and resilience. The strength in being willing to walk away. Being willing to walk away is a powerful strength in any relationship. It's not about retreating whenever minor conflicts arise, but about knowing your own worth and staying committed to your values. When you're prepared to walk away, if the relationship goes against your core principles, you show both respect and love for yourself. This isn't to threaten or control your partner, but to set boundaries that make it clear you won't compromise your own self-respect just to keep someone in your life. Being willing to leave when necessary demonstrates self-confidence and a commitment to yourself. If you stay in a relationship purely out of fear of losing that person, you're letting fear control you, and over time, you can lose yourself in the process. A Stoic would always hold on to self-control, never allowing emotions to dictate their actions to the point of sacrificing everything to avoid being alone. They understand that sometimes choosing to step away from a relationship that isn't right can help maintain their inner freedom and peace. In love, mutual respect is essential for building a healthy, lasting relationship. When you're able to walk away from what no longer aligns with your values, you send a powerful message. I love you, but I will not lower my standards for anyone. This makes it clear to your partner that your relationship is based on choice and mutual respect, not dependency. The willingness to leave when necessary builds inner strength, making you someone who is resilient, attractive, and trustworthy. Someone who truly values themselves won't hesitate to walk away when they feel they aren't being treated fairly or respectfully. This doesn't mean you don't love them. It means you love yourself enough not to settle for anything that doesn't align with your worth. Maintaining this self-respect strengthens the bond of mutual respect and admiration between you. Remember, a relationship is only truly solid when both people feel free to be themselves, not bound by dependence or sacrifice to the point of losing one's identity. Stoic philosophy reminds us that we should live life by our own values, not depend on others' feelings to define us. When you know your worth and are prepared to leave if that worth is disregarded, you prevent unnecessary pain and protect your inner peace. This doesn't only preserve your peace, but also helps you maintain self-respect, a quality that's invaluable, especially in love. Being able to leave when necessary also reminds your partner of your value and significance in the relationship. It makes them realize that you're not in their life just to fill a void, but that you genuinely want to be there. This creates a long-lasting attraction, encouraging them to appreciate you more deeply and recognize that the relationship isn't something to take for granted. Remember, walking away isn't a threat. It's a choice that comes from respecting yourself. You don't have to stay just to please someone if it means sacrificing what's important to you. It sends a gentle yet strong message. I respect this relationship, but I also respect myself too much to compromise my core values just to keep you here. Practical tips for creating healthy space in relationships. Creating healthy space in a relationship does more than just give each partner room to grow individually. It also helps maintain attraction and mutual respect. Here are a few practical ways to create that healthy space, not by pulling away emotionally, but in a way that makes the relationship stronger and more harmonious. Tip 1. Don't always be the one initiating conversations or plans. When you're always the one reaching out first, planning dates, or texting to check in, you might unintentionally create a dynamic where your partner begins to expect you to be the one keeping the relationship alive. Try giving her the chance to show her interest and care for you. This isn't about testing her. It's a way to naturally encourage emotional balance. Allowing her to initiate sometimes gives you the chance to feel her appreciation and interest. Letting her plan a date or start a conversation can create a more even, exciting dynamic. Tip 2. Make time for personal interests, career goals, and friendships. Part of maintaining a healthy space in a relationship is making sure you have a life outside of it. Spend time on your personal passions and hobbies. Keep growing in your career and stay connected with friends. When you invest in things that are meaningful to you, you don't just become a more interesting person, but you also create a natural kind of attraction. A man who has a full, independent life with his own interests and doesn't rely solely on the relationship for happiness tends to leave a stronger impression. When you focus on other aspects of your life, the relationship actually becomes stronger because you're not just a partner, but also a self-sufficient individual. Tip 3. Give her the freedom to pursue her own goals and needs. Let her feel free to chase her personal goals and dreams without always feeling like you need to be right beside her. By showing her you respect both her personal space and yours, you're helping her feel comfortable and secure in the relationship. This also gives her time to miss you and to appreciate the moments you spend together even more. Being constantly together may not always be beneficial. A little distance now and then can deepen the bond and keep things fresh. Tip 4. Focus on self-improvement to be the best version of yourself. Finally, make continuous self-improvement a priority, both personally and professionally. When you invest in yourself and work to be the best version of who you are, it doesn't just bring you personal satisfaction, but also makes you more attractive to your partner. A strong relationship is one where both people inspire each other, grow, and walk the path of self-improvement together. When you dedicate time to your own goals, passions, and career, you add meaning to your life and bring that energy into the relationship. Your partner will admire and feel proud of the person you're becoming. In short, creating healthy space is an art, requiring both thoughtfulness and sincerity. When you find ways to create and respect space, the relationship can grow on a foundation of mutual respect and balance. By living a full life and consistently striving for self-improvement, you keep the relationship fresh and engaging while becoming a dependable, intriguing partner for the long haul. The power of patience and self-sufficiency in attraction. Real attraction isn't something that can be created overnight with a few tips or tricks. The strongest kind of attraction between two people only grows over time, through patience, sincerity, and a solid foundation of mutual respect. When you invest in yourself, pursue your career, follow your passions, and build a healthy mental and emotional life, you'll notice that this inner peace brings about a natural attraction. Imagine a man who constantly seeks satisfaction from his partner. Over time, he'll lose his sense of independence and the security he feels in the relationship. But when you have confidence in your own worth and continually work on self-growth, you'll attract others naturally and sincerely without needing to try hard. Self-sufficiency comes from knowing that happiness doesn't rely on someone else. It lies in your ability to create a fulfilling life for yourself. Patience is key here. In relationships, patience is the secret ingredient to understanding that real connections take time to deepen and grow. A rushed, impatient relationship can quickly burn out. The Stoics teach that strength comes from within. If you rely too heavily on others to bring you joy, you'll face disappointment when expectations aren't met. But when you cultivate a life filled with meaning from within, you'll radiate positive energy, drawing people to you naturally. Self-sufficiency also brings a special kind of peace and confidence. You realize you don't need anyone else to fill a gap in your life because you're already complete on your own. Then, you don't have to force attraction or worry about keeping your partner close. Self-sufficiency and patience help you become a steady, trustworthy companion, providing a safe and calming presence. In love, true strength only comes when both partners feel free, not bound by need, but connected by choice. This doesn't mean you don't care for your partner. It means you're balancing the relationship with your own life. You respect each other's journeys without forcing the relationship to meet certain expectations. It's this confidence and patience that bring about lasting attraction, an allure that doesn't come from looks or games, but from the fact that you're a reliable, secure person who knows how to take care of yourself. Your partner will see you as a source of stability, a person worthy of admiration and trust, not because you need them, but because you're peaceful and centered within yourself. Finally, the strongest relationships are those where both partners freely pursue self-growth while continuing to care for each other. When you focus on patience and building inner peace, you'll not only become the ideal partner, but also inspire your partner to keep growing. You don't need anyone else to make you feel whole, and that's exactly what makes you stronger, more attractive, and more reliable in their eyes. When it comes to real attraction, It's not about being close all the time or doing everything you can to keep someone's attention. True attraction comes from inner peace, mutual respect, and having space for each partner to grow. Creating distance isn't about building walls, but building appreciation. When you confidently take a step back, you give your partner the chance to recognize your value, and you also give yourself the time to grow and become the best version of yourself. Stoic philosophy teaches us that true stability comes through patience, through control over emotions and actions. When you know your worth and don't rely on your partner to make you whole, the relationship can evolve naturally, without the need for constant reassurance or anxiety. This isn't about hacks to keep someone interested. It's about building an honest foundation where both people feel respected and encouraged to grow. Try applying these principles in your relationship. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe so you won't miss any future content on building strong, lasting connections. And don't forget to share this video with others who might benefit from these insights. Thank you for watching until the end, and see you in the next video.